everyone. How are we all doing? We've got this wasn't originally the plan, as you can see. We've got an empty chair and someone here who wasn't scheduled to be here, and Darren is still here. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the round table. And we're also live on the BIN Podcast Network as well, just to kind of add to it as well, which is absolutely awesome indeed. So if you are regulars on the BIN Podcast, hello to you all. Hope you are all doing well. I was lurking a few times while I've been doing work in the background indeed as well. So just a quick run around. If you're not subscribed to the BIN Podcast Network, please do. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing as well. Also, consider subscribing to this man to my right on your screen, named Dele Blase. Absolutely does fantastic content indeed.
The round table right winger.
The round table right winger, guys. Not the right wing as in ringer is in politics. As in on the football. As in on the football pitch, guys. As in on the football pitch. You know, that's what he means. That's what he means. Soccer, as Americans don't know there. And substituting Alex. Unfortunately, Alex Political X could not join us for the show tonight, guys. So I do apologize. But we are going to try and I'm going to try and see if I can get him back on for next month's roundtable for us. I'm waiting to see what he says. But yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. But hopefully, we can get him on either next month or in October for sure. But he couldn't make it to the Eco Flake show, but he has made it here to the round table, and it is one angry pagan. Pagan, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm better this week. I'm sorry about last week, guys. I was dragged off to the zoo on the Wednesday, and I was still feeling it on the. Oh no, I was feeling it worse on the Thursday, and we had to have doctors out and everything. So I do apologise.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. You know.
I am a true winter child. Like, I don't get these issues in the winter.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I channeled my one angry pagan within me to take your place.
He did channel it very, very well indeed.
Did you guys see my videos I put up the last couple of days?
I'm pretty sure it's kicking and screaming of what are we doing about the climate? The world is burning.
Well, Graham
we'll
from
come.
Tues did a boo boo. Is all I'm going to say.
Okay. Well, we'll touch on the climate in a little bit, guys. But for those who are in the chat, good to see regular faces and maybe some new ones there. I hope you guys are all doing well indeed. Viper Scott, thank you for the £2 super chat. Welcome, bidders, for the BIN Podcast Network. Indeed, our absolutely lovely friends over there from the beautiful United States of America, bar the Trump administration, of course. Right, guys, we're going to start talking first and foremost about the Clacton by-election, which is taking place today. So for our friends over in America who don't know what that's about, so many of you may have been seeing this guy with a trash can or a bin on his head that's been appearing in the news lately, because it has been gaining global news, and So the story is, for people who don't know, just a little bit of context in the background for people who don't know. So Nigel Farage, who was the MP for Clacton, was under investigation by the Parliamentary Standards Commission for accepting a £5 million donation from a crypto billionaire in Thailand named Christopher Harbon. He did not declare it as registered of interest, which is what you're supposed to do under the parliamentary rules. He has consistently denied that he broke any of the rules. And rather than wait to see the outcome of the investigation, he decided to call a by-election. So what he did is basically he quit as an MP, and basically he's choosing to stand again. And he's basically calling the by-election the people against the establishment. That's not exactly what happened. So what happened was when he stepped down and this by-election was called, he was expecting all the other major parties to get involved. They did not get involved, and neither the Labour Party, the Conservatives, the Liberal Democrats, the Greens, and even the far right party that's in the UK called Restore Britain, they did not even step forward a candidate. And so what's happened is it left a massive void in this by-election. So you have Nigel Farage himself as the only main candidate, shall we say, and then you have Count Binface, who gained massive popularity thanks to Nigel Farage running this by-election. Count Binface has become absolutely blown up all over the place now, and there are like 30 other candidates that are involved as well. I think one of them is Lawrence Fox from the Reclaim Party, which no one's ever heard of.
Didn't he used to be the partner of Billy Piper?
Probably.
The doctor.
Yeah, then she came to her senses.
Yeah.
Basically, one of many creepy weirdos. There's one candidate in this by-election I know from one former journalist from Politics Joe. He has his own channel now, and he was covering a guy who basically has these weird he has this belief that he's God or something. So yeah, you've got a guy who actually generally believes he's God.
China had an issue with this, right? It led to the Boxer Rebellion, right? We need to stamp that out.
There is actually one serious candidate called John Stevens, who is representing the Rejoin EU party. I don't think there's nowhere near enough tension on him for him to get anywhere near to challenge.
And he's going for, and he's tried to be the MP for where?
I mean, I got nothing against. I will just say before I bring you guys in on this, I will just say this, obviously, as some of you guys may know, for those who don't know on the Bing Podcast Network, I actually almost had an opportunity. I had an opportunity to have John Stevens on my channel, but I had to pull out at the last minute, unfortunately. He has been on quite a few UK YouTubers already talking about stuff as well, but but in all honesty, like he's nowhere near. The only person who could realistically challenge Nigel Farage is maybe Count Binface, but even then the numbers are not very much in his favor.
Don't underestimate the value of novelty.
It is novelty, but in all seriousness, Pagan, how do you think? What? I mean, we strongly suspect Nigel Farage is going to basically retain his seat, but how much of a damage, if there is damage, on him and his party by this by-election, and also it depends on how many people come out and vote as well.
The trend looks down, in my opinion. From everything I'm seeing, like Nigel Farage is Colonel Runaway has done exactly what the name describes him as. He's called this and then fucking run away. Where's the campaign in Clacton? Like, Binface is actually gone there. Like, did you see the thing? The debate in the paper where like they asked Binface questions and they asked Farage the same questions and go all the way to the end. Like, Binface was actually able to name places in Clacton, right? And right at the end, like I think the question was something like what would be a great night out in Clacton? Binface is naming off all these things, right? And for Nigel Farage, it says N.A.
Yeah.
All
of us.
If there is a 20%, if Nigel Farage gets less than 80% of the vote, I am going to wet myself. Let's put it that way.
How are you feeling, Darren? Do you have any hope and optimism that it could happen?
Well, it always reminds me of that. Is it Clockwise saying, John Cleese film? It's the hope that gets you. It's the hope that gets you. Well, yeah, exactly. The thing is, the damage is done now, isn't it? The damage is done. He's made a humongous ricket. He thought that the rest of the parties would follow him, play his game, and they didn't. And now he's basically going to have to stand next to Nick the Incredible Flying Brick, Baron Von Thunderclap, and Scruffy Loza Fox with Count Binface, and I think there's one or two other interesting characters in there as well. And he's going to try and paint that as a win against the establishment. And nobody's going to buy that. Nobody in their right mind is going to buy that. Now, he will, I think, chances are probably will win. But if he loses, he's going to lose. But if he wins, he loses, because he'll always be the one who fought a by-election against a man with a bin on his head. Not very prime ministerial, is it? Because I remember listening to Lewis Goodall, and they were talking to a few reform, people in the Know How Reform UK. At the start of the season, they were talking of, enhancing their growth, to be the party of government, and now they are basically that's gone by the wayside now. Is he still as unpopular as even less popular than Keir Starmer now?
I saw that.
I don't know if he's less popular than Keir Starmer.
I'm sure I heard somewhere he was now even less popular than Keir Starmer. And this, this is after somebody who's decided enough's enough. And he's got on inside that place and said, "Right, that's it. I'm off."
I wonder about that poll about Starmer, right? Because I asked people what they genuinely think of Starmer, just random people in the area, and most of it's mildly negative, right?
Yeah.
But nothing like you bring up Thatcher or Cameron or Liz Truss or Johnson especially, right? Everyone has got the worst things they want to say about him, the worst thing that anyone can say really about Starmer, just like the average person is. He looked like a rabbit stuck in headlights. That is it. Yeah. I'm like, so why is his polling so low?
I didn't get it myself.
It doesn't marry.
I didn't get it myself. Yeah. But the thing is, the one thing I will say about Count Binface is thank you for the last few weeks. He's made the last few weeks absolutely a joy to behold and a joy to watch. He's absolutely... Basically, you cannot get a more positive campaign, and I think if he does get 20% of the votes, I think that'll be an outright absolute dagger, because there's no way he can say that that's a win against the establishment when a guy with a bin on his head gets about maybe 20%, possibly 30% of the vote. There is no way he can say that. He can try, but nobody else is going to believe him, and as I said, this will now damage him in the future, because when it comes to the general election, who is going to vote for? I think there are far more people out there who will hold the nose if they're in a Conservative constituency and they cannot and they're not even right wing, mildly right wing. And if it's a choice between a Conservative MP and a Reform MP, I bet there'll be far more people who will hold their nose and vote Conservative and vote tactically, because I think there is far more people out there who are anti-Nigel Farage than for him. And I think that's his problem, because he may win tonight, but I certainly don't think that he will win a general election, because he's about as popular as root canal work.
I think the problem we have at the moment is that even though he's becoming unpopular, the party is still very much, I mean, even though the polls right now are showing that Labour are pulling away at the moment, it's still far too early. It's far too early right now.
Yeah, don't look at any particular spot. And I will say, Reform UK across many different polls has been trending down for for nearly 9 months. Like, they have a couple of bumps up, right? If you look at the graphs, across different polls, you see they have a little bump up in some points, but the trend is downwards. And mathematically, that's doom for him. This is why Curtis has been doomsaying about Farage.
Well, we haven't seen them drop below the Conservatives yet.
No, not yet.
And I think, but if that happens, that's where the warning signs are really going to go off for Reform.
I think that just the trend going down, because we still got 2.5 years, 3 years before the next GE, like when it's supposed to be called anyway. So given that we're at the beginning of that trend downwards, in that first year of the proper trend downwards, I will expect there to be some come up, like on any graph like that, as anyone who knows maths, you do get the outliers up and down, but you look at the trend, and Reform's trending is down, and it's not just for Farage. Look at the mess that Tice is in as well.
Yeah.
He's in a complete mess. He is now trying to sue the Guardian, for fuck's sake. None of the serious politicians in Parliament are trying to sue the fucking Guardian. Christ.
Yeah, everyone is attacking Richard Tice over that, which is really, really nonsense. I think I don't know how many of you guys actually have been watching the interviews that Count Beanface has done. I really liked his one with Mehdi Hassan. I really, really liked that one because I felt like Mehdi Hassan was being his professional self, while Count Beanface was being himself as well. I really liked that one. He's one with the rest of politics. The rest of politics was a very good one as well. I did like that one as well.
As the field commander of Count Beanface's army, I will tolerate no more slander. Your human Earth country now belong to us.
My shield to the back.
Yes,
how dare you, Reagan Elite? How dare you say that he wasn't serious during his interview? Those were hard-hitting journalist questions, and he answered them. Not only did he answer them, which politicians refuse to do, but they were hilarious, showing that he used his intellect, his care about the neighborhood, and the placement of hand dryers in certain
certain toilets.
He is specific in his advocacy, and I can respect that. The Bin Podcast Network and I, as its CEO and founder, fully endorse and support Count Beanface.
Totally agree.
MP.
I was going to say, if there wasn't an endorsement from the Bin Podcast Network, there certainly would be questions.
Yeah, if he lost us.
Yeah. All I will say, Mikey, when you spoke about the hand dryer being in that dodgy place, have you seen that hand dryer where it is? That is incredibly dodgy.
Disgraceful.
Why would you put it there? Why would you put it there? I don't understand. I've seen that picture. I've actually seen pubs down here in Devon who have done the same thing. Little cottage pubs in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you go in there, and for some reason, the hairdryer is literally a foot and a half away from the urinal, and the sink is like right behind you. Why? What is the point?
Yeah, because it kind of reminds me of that once I was at we call them working men's club, and all that. Well, there were a bit of a party there, and me and my two brothers were at this party.
Yes, sir, a hard-working man, working welcome man.
It sounded like Paul Bearer then.
I'm thinking, I'm just picturing boas everywhere. Welcome to the working man's club. You sure are a hard-working man.
Yeah, it's just a weird turn of phrase. But anyway, we're in toilet, and me and my eldest, we grew up together. Whereas his youngest, I think he was born when I was 16, so. He didn't have that togetherness with us, and he's not as streetwise as us. We walked in at urinal, we noticed we had this air freshener thing there, slap bang right in your face, and we thought, no, give that a wide berth. So me and my brother thought, well, our James walks in, he went, went there doing his business, looks up, air freshener, right in his face.
Target confirmed.
Yes. So we need Count Beanface to get onto that. We need to move that air freshener to a more astute position.
Place.
Yes.
It's domestic terrorism is what it is.
Exactly. So right.
I just wanted to say that I know you said Nigel Farage hasn't been in Clacton. He has been in Clacton, I'm afraid, Pagan. There was I don't know if you've seen the video footage of him being he was speaking to he had an interview with The Sun, and he was getting heckled by
Go back
two
to your
people.
rich mates.
Yeah, he was like, "Go back to your rich mates. Go back to your rich mates." And his bodyguards were like trying to shoo him off, and it's like, "You can't do anything. I'm not doing anything wrong here." And then there was another guy in the video with a Count Binface leaflet. Count round Binface.
Did you see his nervous laugh? He looked incredibly nervous. He didn't like it.
He hated it. Like he can't, because the thing is,
one surgery there. Has he had one surgery there? I've actually like our MP does surgeries. Like
I can actually. So according to Graham Price has looked this up because I did ask him about this the last time we did our Reform Watch series episode, and he said that apparently he doesn't actually do the surgeries himself, but he has a team in Clacton that responds to people's concerns. Apparently, I haven't looked in that myself. You have to ask Graham on that. But apparently there is a team that on his behalf that does respond to constituency issues. I don't know how serious that is.
I can one himself. I
can only go by what Graham has said. He did say he looked into that.
Should that not be against the ministerial code?
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Well, if he's actually
what
dealing
about
with
these Nolan principles that fucking Major set out in '97? For fuck's sake.
Well, look, we don't know exactly on that, but in terms of actually face to face, no, he's not done that. But has he got people on the ground? According to Graham, he said they have. I don't know what the details, but this is what he told me when we had our show about regarding that. Mikey, I want to know from America, how's America seeing the great Count Binface and this amazing election about a man with a trash can on his head facing a British politician? I mean, I've seen some footage in America about it. Like, how is America taking to this extraordinary intergalactic lord who could become the new MP for Clacton?
You want me to be honest?
Yep.
Your government is like Harry Potter to us. We don't know what any of this shit means, man. It's all Hufflepuffs and magic words. We don't have MPs. We don't know what Clacton by the Sea is, and we just assume that is like one of your very, highly ornate detractors that like go to 10 down and like the dude with the bullhorn who's out there like every day, and everybody knows his name and shit. And I was like, I just thought he was one of those guys.
It's Londonian.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't think the American public really doesn't. They don't know who Frogage is. I could put up a picture of him to 10 Americans. I would lose my house if one knew who it was. They don't know any of this shit. Over at the bin, we love you guys because we're friends with people that live over there, so we pay attention. From the politically informed people, we all know what reform is. It's just like the mega branch of MAGA. It's just the Elon Musk, the crypto, Sam Altman, Peter Thiel aligned, just kind of crypto bros trying to sink their teeth into politics and just, I want to say the R slur as loud as I can and not have to lose my job. Like, all right, dude, cool. I want a robo girlfriend. Dude, you could have already did that. It's called taking a shower and being nice to women, and then you wouldn't have to worry about none of this stuff.
They make a Buffy episode like that.
If they haven't, they could reboot it. But this is the same. But this, like, he is like our Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
him and Rafael Cruz are like the same guy. Sleazy, but not sleazy enough to really catch him. Yeah, but you know he did something. Just can't catch him in what the fuck he's doing. But I mean, Ted Cruz sat there and acted like, oh, we should suspend the election for 15 days to see if we should count. That was him in 2020. And then he was turning tail and running underneath into the tunnels with everybody else. Oh God. You know, so these are these kinds of people. So they're
kind of runaway.
Yeah, the same Ted Cruz that went on holiday when there was what was that? What crisis was it? That in Texas that happened?
The polar vortex. They got hit with cold snap.
Yep.
Oh, so literally,
he was in the Bahamas somewhere, wasn't he? Like,
He's a literal kind of runaway then.
Let me tell you something. He was doing his parental duty. I'm sorry, guys. I made pork tacos yesterday, and they are fantastic on reheat.
Oh, very nice.
Ground pork is cheaper than ground beef by half. 3 pounds of ground beef was $24 fucking dollars. I was like, what? What?
Wow.
24 bucks for a tray of fucking beef. 24 bucks.
The Trump tax.
Yeah, the Trump tax. What was I talking about?
Ted Cruz on holiday.
Yes. Yeah, how dare you guys make fun of him? He was escorting his children who are college age to Cancun for spring break, and he needed to make sure that they got there safely. So he took a flight after they left to make sure that they arrived correctly, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's understandable. You know, obviously, you know, your kids are out there, and then a crisis occurs, and then your first thought isn't obviously what's going on in your state. It's like, well, I better check on my kids. Let me just go out there and see.
He had a parental instinct I need to get to my children in Cancun at the resort.
Yeah.
Yes, and make sure that they enjoy their holiday as well.
I've heard of hands-on parenting, but that's a bit much.
Yeah. Hit the nightlife as well. Make sure the nightlife is to their standards.
Ted Cruz at disco lot.
Last on the
YOLO.
Last on the Clacton by-election. So are we going to get another by-election coming up then? Pagan, Daily, do you think we're just going to have another one straight after once the investigation is done then?
Yeah.
Give it a few months. It'll probably, I like how this has been done during the silly season as well.
Yeah.
Because it's technically the political quiet season, and he hasn't got anything political really to grab on to go, look, this is here to distract you. Look, you can't even do race riots this year, for fuck's sake.
I know, terrible for him.
2 years in a row we've had first in 2024 we had race riots, and then last year was pretty much race riots, and he tried to do it again this year and it didn't work.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest.
Hey, it's too hot for racism.
Yeah. So also, all they've got for this by-election is to basically say, of course, he's a member of the establishment. He once wrote episodes for, is it The Thick of It? So for the BBC, he's part of the establishment.
Give himself away there.
I do think there will be a second by-election, and it will be forced on him this time because he is actually, the ministerial code is actually doing what's supposed to be there, what it's there supposed to do, keeping MPs to the fucking standard. I wish they'd do it more often and at a higher standard.
But Max still thinks that he's going to drop out. Like he's like after this, like he still thinks that there's a way that Nigel Farage is gonna, quit or walk away in some way, shape, or form. I'm still not sure.
There has been rumours, aren't there?
Yeah, that rumor hasn't gone away. I'm still not sure how he's gonna do that.
So these by-elections cost money, correct?
Yeah.
About £350,000 in it or something.
Yep, taxpayer money.
Didn't somebody just get a gift? Ooh. And they said they can do whatever they bloody hell please with that gift?
Oh yeah.
Guess what? He said you have a bill for £350,000. Thanks for
himself. He's fucked himself in so many ways. He doesn't even quite understand what he's done to himself.
The fun fact, actually, Reform actually offered to pay for this by-election, but under the rules, you're not allowed to because obviously it's like corruption. You can't buy to have the election, but. Yeah, it would have been nice, if people didn't have to pay for it. But
you can't clean your dodgy money that way, can you?
It will be the case. He's done this to try and escape being held to account, and he's still going to end up being held to fucking account. He has not helped himself.
So I would say make him pay for the thing too. Well, what up, Taz? I said it over on the other. I was looking at the vertical, I think.
It could be possible that, the Westminster could try to get the money back from him for doing a waste election. But, I think the better thing here would be to hold him fully to account and make it so that he has to do a by-election and be humiliatingly defeated after winning a Pyrrhic victory this time around. And again, I restate, if Binface gets anything over, or if Farage gets like 80%, less than 80% of what he should, I'm going to be wetting myself.
Yeah. I think, there's going to be a low turnout for this by-election. Like, that is for sure. A lot of people are like... And besides, because of the weather out there, it's so fucking hot. Fuck that. I'm not going to go to the polls in 35, 36 degrees Celsius.
Not only that, but it's fucking flat.
I'm
it's
gone.
Flat on that side of the island. Like, at least on this side of the island, we have hills that make wind.
Well,
yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, for those who don't know, today the UK hit a new temperature record today. 38.1 degrees Celsius was recorded. So
what is that in freedom units?
I don't know actually, guys.
How many bald eagles is that?
Someone calculated what that is in Fahrenheit. For our American friends.
Isn't it like 100 something for 40 odd degrees? Is it 40 degrees? Something like 104 Fahrenheit, something like that.
Say it again. What's the
40 degrees C? Is that around 104 Fahrenheit?
40 is 104. What was the number you said, Reagan?
158 Fahrenheit is what he just said on Google.
Whoa, no.
What the fuck he say? Like what?
No.
Where's Nick Abbott when you need him?
What was the number in Celsius?
38.1 degrees Celsius.
Okay. No.
In Fahrenheit, it says
100.58.
Yeah.
Yes, Fahrenheit.
Yes, so I was like 158. You are dead.
Yeah,
double dead.
Hot indeed.
Oh, that is
the max. We had 35
hot stove handle.
Yeah, we have 35 here where I am specifically, but in southeast London. But yeah, there are parts of London hitting 38, and it has been more than 2 months specifically where I am without rain. We've not had rain for 2 months. We are forecasted to get rain at some point next week, but every time it forecasts rain, they end up changing it because it's too hot for the clouds to come. And so it dries up, so you don't get the fucking rain. So I don't know when.
Here in the southwest, we've had a couple of spots of rain every now and again because, on one side we've got the Atlantic Ocean, and the other we've got the English Channel. So, yeah, down here it's been more like 26, 27 degrees. It's still bloody hot, but like,
you've got the advantage of the coast, obviously.
We are just a bit further away from France as well here in Devon and Cornwall. Where if you go further east and north, because you're all northerners, like you actually get closer. Like the gap. Well, you are the gap.
Geography wise.
Us from top north, where we love is gravy.
The further north and east you go, like the closer you get to France, and that's where a lot of the easy transfer of heat comes over from the continent. That's why that's partly why it's less hot here, even though you think being on the southernmost part of the fucking island, we aren't as hot as London, which is like 25 degrees northeast. You know, like
but obviously the big concern that I have is obviously because we've had more than 2 months. I don't know if we've ever had a period where in my lifetime that I remember going 2 whole months. I mean, it's been more than that now without rain, and you can clearly see it everywhere around us.
Oh yeah,
and it's so easy that someone can start a fire, and we've already seen so many. We've already seen so many examples already here of, houses being lit up just like that.
Wales.
Yeah, and and of course the wildfires. There's been a lot of wildfires, of course, because of this as well. And the other thing as well is that when the rain does come, it's going to take a while for it to get embedded back into the surface because could cause flooding, which was another thing mentioned. The chances of flooding exactly where I am are low because I'm actually at because where I am specifically, I'm actually quite high up in terms of
in your ivory tower.
No, not that high, I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not that high up. But I'm more concerned about the fires here, me specifically. It's just because, there is literally like a small forest literally up the road from us. That's like it only takes one fucking idiot, to start a fire there.
This kind of feeds into my video, the videos I've done over the past couple of days. Because do you know what protects against flooding?
Roots.
Marshland.
Beavers.
Do you know what? Do you know what the government's decided to do? Allow building a solar farm on fucking marshland.
No, now, that marshland is busy.
I have no issues with solar farms being put on fields and heathland and other such, solid ground. But the issue with the marsh is it's a fucking marsh. You need to put concrete pilings into the soil to make the stanchions for the solar panels sturdy. Yeah. Do you know what that does? That starts to compact all of the soil, all the loose marsh soil together, which stops it being a marsh forever. And that's what's happening in Kent and around London, around you. That's why there is so much more flood risks now, because for some stupid reason we keep deciding, but we need this more. No, we need both. So solar farms, and we need the marsh.
Would you like to know something that's even better than all of this, guys? Our water bills are going up. It was announced today by our water companies. What? Well, hey, yes, everyone, and this is every single water company in England and Wales. It's been announced, and I've got a video dropping on Saturday about that. So I'm sure you all are looking forward to increasing your water bills. Yes, sanitized water. Yeah.
Who in the right mind would decide that? I know. Let's sell our water.
There's a good reason, Darren. They want to build. It's going towards some of the data centers that they're going to be building in the parts of the UK, apparently. So that's one of the reasons why they need more money from us, apparently. So,
why are you mad? Like I said, I have 2 videos over the past few days, and you're kind of directed at Graham and Phil in turn because they were the ones who brought up stupid arguments. But I also understand that it's going ahead. I can't really argue. There's no point in really arguing against a specific project now. What I am arguing for is to not do it again in the future. We need these ecosystems, not just because there are only remaining bits of biodiversity, right? Here's a fun fact. This island has less biodiversity than the Sonoran fucking desert.
Mikey, Viper Scott's asking, ask them if the Count Binface policy of if MPs resign, can he run in the same seat again? It's simple to change it.
So if they do another by-election, can Binface just show up again?
Yes. Yes, he can. And he will. Yes. Yes, he will.
Season 2, baby! Season 2!
So, yes, if we have another by-election, which is what we're fully expecting to happen, then yes, we will have another campaign of Count Binface.
You'd have the support for it, but this time round there would be serious candidates. All the other parties would actually get involved in the next one.
Yeah. So
they'll have the Bin Majesty. That is the.
Yeah.
He is there for all the important ones. Andy Burnham's by-election to even get in this year. Yeah, Binface was at that one. Boris Johnson's former ones. Yeah, he was at them. Cameron. No, Cameron's gone before he came up. May possibly.
Yeah. Good question, Chris. Yeah, they should be paying for it all. But the argument, it's specifically the data center point is, so they're going to leach. The honest answer is they're leaching off our water in order to for their data centers. This is literally what it is. My understanding, I don't have confirmation of this. My understanding is that they are paying for all their data center infrastructure and upgrades and whatnot. But the water, obviously, they need it from, guess what, us. Even though we're already struggling enough as it is, because there is literally there was a burst pipe, and there was a burst pipe in Essex and parts of London, guess what? They have no water. They got no taps. They got no showers, and they're queuing for bottles of water. There was one story from the BBC where literally a woman was filling up her toilet with tons and tons of liters of bottles of water just to do one flush. But yeah. Apparently, it's justified increased water bills. So,
this is the future we signed up. This is the future we all wanted. Everyone, getting their pail to fetch water for the toilet. Oh, how we have progressed! Aren't we so impressive now?
Oh,
Do you know what
yes.
the deal was between Thatcher and the companies when they first privatised water? That they would pay for infrastructure upgrades. Now look at them.
I thought Elon Musk was going to put data centers in space. What happened to that idea?
You can't even get into space. What are you on about?
So yeah, put it in space so that it can just, get hit with a grain of sand at 7 trillion miles an hour and detonate.
That's even if he's able to get into space.
You know what?
I'm just telling you what he told me.
You just opened up a whole new stream of revenue for me. Hi, as the future leader of this dirty little brown rock we call Earth, all companies, if you want to keep your company's headquarters, business, warehouses, logistics platforms, if you want to keep them on the surface, you're gonna pay taxes. If not, we put you in low Earth orbit. And you can have your whole business up there, but then you have to worry about the dangers of space. But if you want to be down here with us, you're going to fucking play ball. You're not going to poison the fucking air down here, or we'll put you back up there.
Yeah.
Okay? And you better hope a little micrometeorite doesn't just destroy everything.
Yeah. And don't start building on the moon either. No, you
Leave the moon alone.
Yeah, what has the moon ever done to deserve that?
We just had an eclipse as well, so don't touch our moon.
That's like the moon's birthday.
I mean,
Really.
when it comes to
Happy birthday! We're putting a refinery on the moon.
if we talk about money in space, I am for, and a lot of people try to argue this with me, but if you look at it in the long run, it's actually more ecologically friendly to do this. Develop an easier way of getting up to the moon and use the moon as a launch pad to then mine asteroids. You do realize there's an asteroid out there that is richer in iron than the entire fucking planet.
Yep.
Well, maybe not iron, but definitely like palladium. There's like a city-sized chunk of platinum out there just floating around.
There is I'm
saying our core is iron.
Yes, but what I'm saying
Good luck. Good luck.
I'd rather mine these asteroids. Than our fucking planet.
Well, they're going to dig into it at some point anyway. Didn't you see the film The Core? They went all the way down there, didn't they?
Well, that's where we're all going to live very soon.
Again, scientific forays underground to see what it looks like down there, so we can understand it better. That's fine, right? And tapping into it for geothermal energy. I haven't got a problem.
That's what
they
do in Iceland.
When it comes to mining stuff like iron and nickel and stuff that we need a lot of, there are asteroids full of the fucking stuff.
Well, how about I'll meet you in the middle? How about they can fucking, if you want your space station, go get a fucking asteroid, build a fucking refinery, and you do that shit. You do that shit in space. Go get your materials.
No, you need the moon as a launch pad to do it from, and you wouldn't even have to do it on the side of the moon because you got to remember the moon is tidally locked, yeah. So why didn't you just put the launch pad on the other side of the moon where we can't fucking see it from down here?
I don't want them dirtying up the other side. I figure one day maybe it'll turn around for its birthday, and then let us see the other side.
Again, I would much rather see these asteroids mined than our planet.
Yeah. Speaking of I mean, has the heat been as bad in America? Like, have you guys broken any records out there, or has it just been, or are they normally around the same temperatures that they have been, or is it definitely been more?
Illinois is at 200 tornadoes this year.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, the other weather events have definitely been worse.
So like it's like the heat wave out east was bad, like in New York. Like Tim's out in Connecticut, so he's out there by Atlantic Ocean and shit. I'm way in the center of the country, off the Great Lakes, and like I'm Great Plains touches Great Lakes, so we get a lot of wind coming in from Nebraska and Iowa and shit like that, and the jet stream has just been slapping cold air on top of these gross air fronts, and it's not just unbearable heat. I mean, I wish I could show you guys. It's raining again. It has been like the third, fourth spring for us. The rain won't stop because all of the heat is getting blasted with the jet stream, which is sending cold fronts onto warm fronts, which gives you storms, which gives you all this mess. So we got flooding downtown. A lot of places like we're losing power and stuff like that. And I know you got like the way homes are built here is so different than there. And like, it's hard for us to understand you guys and stuff and vice versa or whatever.
Yeah.
But like for us, like if you have basements, like a lot of people have basements, you have a sump pump. So there's a little trench dug out underneath your basement, and it's gravel and shit like that. And it goes into a collection bucket. That collection bucket has a submersible pump in there that goes to the curb. And that's just what you do out here because it's super flat. There's not a lot of gradient to get the water away from you. So everybody has sump pumps. Well, what happens when the power goes out?
You can't get the water out.
You can't get the water out. And now you're sitting there with a whole basement full of water. And you can't
go in for shelter when there's a tornado coming because there's
you can't go in that. You can't go in that water to start to fix things because it could be unless you got to turn the breakers off.
Jesus.
Because it's electrified. Like it's bad. So like the storms can or if you have sometimes like retention ponds overflow or dams break, levees break and stuff like that. And then you have like those catastrophic flood events like they had down in Texas and stuff like that, where it's just like flash or especially like what you guys were talking about with the ground being baked like it is, where it's been dry and hot and dry and hot. What that ends up doing is it hardens the surface to the point where you get runoff instead of absorption.
Yeah.
I hope people go out and aerate. If farmers can aerate, that will do tons. You got to give that water somewhere to go. You'll get mud, but we'll take mud over mudslide.
Marshes. Marshes.
Yeah.
Marshes they soak up the water.
Yes. That was the other thing I forgot to say. I live by wetlands, and like the Illinois wetlands is something like super, super rare and super, super protected and valued because not only does it help with soil retention, but it is your filtration system for your water sources. All of those little reeds and plants and roots and bugs and insects and little critters and all that stuff, they clean the water. They get rid of a lot of that stuff. So we protect it. We don't want a lot of bad stuff going in there, but they also make sure that the water is healthy and not just a giant mosquito pond or something like that. It's a thriving environment with like minnows and bluegill and large and smallmouth bass, crawfish, frogs, all that shit's supposed to be in there. But we got Asian carp everywhere now and fucking plecos for fucking pets being let go. So,
shit, man.
So we are moist. It is fucking bright green out here. It looks like April.
Yeah, because I must admit, my wife, she's holidaying in Bournemouth for this week, so I've had the house to myself. So been doing. Yeah. To be fair, I've been partaking in the most difficult and oldest profession known ever, called being a housewife. And, so trying to do
your body.
Yeah. Yes. No, not that bad. Believe me, I probably struggle to get threepence if I did out like that. But anyway, she's just been to Swanage and Weymouth today, and there's a little part where we went last year, and it was a bit misty, and it was quite mild. And she went there, and there was this bit of a well where we were sort of like, and she took a picture of us then, and it was nice greenery behind her, nice green. It looked really, really nice. And anyway, they went there today. They went to the same well. I've forgotten where it is now, but anyway, she took a picture of herself, and the grass is dead. It's just dead. Now the thing is, football season starts Saturday, and if this don't change, I can imagine the state of the pitches. It'll be because they'll have the sprinklers, but it's not exactly finite, is it really? And it's not exactly. What if they start running really low water, and the pitches need a bit of water to keep it green, keep it growing? It's going to be an absolute mess.
Desalination plants. What are the water companies or private water companies not going to bother wanting to build desalination? And now, granted, we do have a couple here in the southwest, but nowhere near enough to say replace the fresh water if it dries up inland. And it's not like we don't know this technology, don't know how to do this technology. However, Barnum has folded the science and technology division into business, so essentially he doesn't consider that a priority. So I'm like, what? Right then. So, okay, what the fuck then?
And desalination is very energy rich endeavor. Like, it's going to cost you a lot.
But we're not bothering to actually go after the proper energy generators. Here in the southwest, for example, we have the high potential for geothermal energy, which you could power that desalination plants with. But are they doing it? No. We have the glorious, I will admit it's glorious, Eden Project. Now, again, I love the Eden Project, but that's all we've got.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing. We have the potential here in the southwest to power all of the south with the wind, the tidal, the geothermal, and the potential for solar, but no.
Drill, baby, drill. I mean, he's not ruling out more oil and gas in the roads.
What did I say about him moving Ed Miliband? What the fuck? What did I say about him moving out about Ed Miliband? Fucking pissed me right off.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Is like literally Ed Miliband put out a video on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen it. And he's literally talking about the climate crisis, and it's like,
yes,
he's gonna be bringing, as foreign secretary, he's gonna be like bringing nations together and everything. And it's just like, yeah, mate, what about what's the UK government doing?
But
they had a Cobra meeting yesterday. I just want to make this clear for people in the chat because this context is really important, right? They had a Cobra meeting yesterday, but it had nothing to do with climate change. It was to do specifically on the wildfires and the current heat waves. Specifically, it was not to do with climate change. Journalists reported that it had literally to do with that, and when I heard that, I was screaming my head off. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you,
Reagan? You know these little fucking great policies everyone's been celebrating about, like they're bringing the bus policy, bus price down and doing tax cuts.
Disposable barbecues. We're going to ban them, mate.
Do you know how he's funding it? He's been, and I saw this on TLDR, and I trust the TLDR a lot, right? He's raiding the green, the money saved up for the green transition. That's what he's raiding.
David, I literally mentioned that on the Good Morning live stream. I literally mentioned that to chat on the Good Morning live stream. That is exactly what's going to happen. We are gonna pipe the water from Wet Scotland because we can't be bothered to build our proper water infrastructure. So we're going to be taking it from Scotland, and because we can't be fucking bothered to sort out our own water problems.
Ed Miliband was like the one doing the best job in the whole government, and he was moved. Now, don't get me wrong. He's still trying to achieve the same goal, given that what I consider he's had the demotion, right? But there has never been an MP, a minister, more suited for the position than Ed Miliband, because he understood it more than anyone else who's ever taken the job.
Well, one thing I can say for certain, and Viper Scott pointed it out earlier in the chat, is that Super El Nino is coming. And I hope we are all looking forward to it, because not only is the planet going to get very, very fucking cooked when it does happen, we're going to have a lot more storms, a lot more tornadoes, a lot more hurricanes, a lot more typhoons.
El Nino, you're going to have El Largo. El Gordo.
Super El Nino. And
Nino means small. We out of small. El Gordo, motherfucker. We going to have El supersized mega ultra Gordo.
I just want to make it clear to people, it's only when a massive excess amount of people die that maybe politicians will actually wake up and say, oh, we actually need to do something. So many people are dying, people are getting upset, we need to do something about this. So I'm really angry because I feel like that next year it's going to be, we told you this was going to happen, Andy, and you didn't fucking do anything about it. This is right now, this feels like the one thing he's not paying attention to. Like, he's doing other stuff. He's doing small bits and bobs, and he's constantly talking about the cost of living crisis. But the cost of living crisis is linked to the climate crisis. They are linked. So why would you not address this?
See,
like, he hasn't even done, as far as I'm aware, and chat, please correct me if I'm wrong, but he has not done a single social media clip regarding climate change. He might have done one about the wildfires, maybe, but I haven't heard him mention a single thing about the climate.
He's been pissing me off ever since he took office. Like, essentially, what I'm seeing right now is he's sacrificing long-term funding for short-term sweeties. Yeah, and Phil wasn't even able to argue with me on that fucking one. It's pissing me right off.
Yeah,
like you know that my main, when it comes to politics, my priority is the land and the environments around us. Yeah, like, and do you know what? Star was starting to make some headway. There were areas he was fucking up, sure, but like, you know, they were, at least Starmer was able to be argued into a different position. Bynum's going, no, I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care. I don't care what your argument is. No. We need the solar panels wherever we can. No. I don't care if we're fucking up a marsh. No, I don't care. Right? This is what pisses me off.
So yeah,
I think what we're all kind of going to be distilled into eventually is it's not so much going to be this like reactionary politics, but this pragmatism is already starting to swell up from the ground, where all of the previous lies for that usually work for forever wars or for deregulating an entire a new segment of the economy, all of that stuff is not passing the smell test anymore. You know what I mean? So like at some level, and this is what I always ask people about, like these billionaires and stuff. It's like, okay, you ruin the earth, you ruin everything, you ruin the climate, you ruin the stock market, you ruin the trade markets, you ruin all this stuff, and then what? And then what will you have at the end of this grand experiment that you've conducted? Nothing. What are you going to do? Go to the fucking beach? What, have somebody make a meal for you? If the whole rest of the earth is in chaos, what is it exactly that you plan on enjoying? Because it's people that make this place worth being here. So what is your plan?
What David has just said there has been fucking...
He is opening up the Jack Do gas fast fields. Fucking madness. It is fucking madness. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it is fucking madness. And this is the thing. It doesn't do anything for our energy bills. Anyone who keeps saying that it's going to reduce our energy bills, it's fucking lying. It doesn't even go into our coffers. It just goes onto the global market.
Do you know what the argument is? Reagan, do you know what the argument is? We tax it.
Don't we pay them? We subsidize these fuckers to drill.
Yeah. The argument we get back is, oh, we tax it though. We get a lot back in taxes. Oh, do we?
Yeah. They put the taxes on there. They put the taxes on the oil, and then they fucking apply that to the price. No, bitch, you're supposed to pay it. You don't pass it on to me. That's your punishment. Why are you making me pay your punishment? You don't get to make as much money. is what the rule is supposed to be.
The bastard.
Okay, right. Pass that to the consumer. Gotcha.
The bastard of it is that over the last 14 years, the Tories had kept us on a complete snail's pace when it came to the green transition, right?
Yeah.
So Labour are now having to go. I understand the argument that Phil and Graham were coming across. We're saying, look, the Tories held us back. We need to now fast forward. But I will not have people saying that it's a trade-off. It's a pragmatic trade-off. It's not a trade-off in the slightest. We will sacrifice our natural ecosystems to put these solar farms up because of poor placement, poor energy infrastructure placement in the past, and we can't be bothered to get them to put it somewhere more sensible. Like not on a floodplain.
You're right, Witchigoff. We do need oil for plastic. The problem is that that oil doesn't go to us. It doesn't even go to Scotland, who it belongs to originally. It goes onto the global markets. We literally buy it back. It doesn't even go to us. That's the way it works. That's how it works.
You guys treat water like we treat medicine.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, that is a great analogy of it. It's the perfect fucking analogy.
Fucking invented here, made here, manufactured here, shipped all across the world at 10% over cost, sold back to the American people at 700% cost. It's the dumbest shit.
Look what Vitus said.
Osborne made it that we got less tax from oil.
So when we keep shouting 14 years,
so they put more money in their coffers.
When we on the left say in this country 14 years of Tories, there is a fucking reason for it.
Oh dear. Drill baby drill, world baby bird. Why don't we just do fracking? Let's just do fracking at this point, because why not?
Yeah, might as well. Because go
ahead, dude.
I was just about to say, because one of my favourite radio hosts is a guy called Nick Abbott. You guys might have heard of him. He does 10-1 on LBC, and he talks about the environment. And one of the things he always says, when the water is wafting up your nostrils, and he basically says, what did you do about it to stop this? When the water's wafting up your nostrils. And it just seems like short term gain for long term pain.
Is that it? Sorry, I do apologise. I've just seen what Chris has put.
No,
the total tax receipts from North Sea production in 24-25 were £4.4 billion. In the same period, the UK government provided an estimated 3.6 to 7.5 billion in subsidies to fossil fuel companies. What the fuck?
Chat, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Please.
You can't.
This is why I am one angry pagan.
We make no tax from the oil. Look at what Osborne did on oil taxes in 2012. Thank you again, David. Appreciate your support.
Like, I am so pissed off.
Yeah.
Do you know what pisses me off more? We have a lot of the scientific knowledge about climate change. Do you know where that was initially discovered? On these fucking islands.
Why do you think the billionaires are making bonkers and all that sort of stuff now?
Well, they can make as much money as they can. They just can't take it with them when they're dead. This is the thing they don't understand.
But here's the thing. You're not going to have anywhere to spend the money. You can't go to a nice vacation, a nice restaurant, buy something new and fancy. There's no innovation right now. Everyone's in fucking hunker down survival mode. There's no the creativity has been stumped. The innovation has been snuffed.
No infrastructure. Where's the infrastructure?
It is crumbling around us.
I want to argue with your point just from one aspect.
Yeah.
And it's from a legitimate point as well. There are a lot of people who are very innovative. However, what we do, I would change what you said to the state is not bothering anymore to utilize its innovative people. There are millions of innovative people in all countries of the world.
Yeah.
The state has decided that since the 80s, when Thatcher and Reagan went, small state, that's what we need, right? And it infected everywhere. And it's like, this is what happens. when
Yeah.
you have small state. Ken Clark, was it Ken Clark, the former Chancellor for the Exchequer under Thatcher,
Yeah.
right? One of the ones who was all big on small government and all that, right? During the Brexit referendum, he literally came out and said, "We made a massive mistake," and the Americans led us into it.
And the thing is, like, all of our good nature and stuff like that, and all of us knowing what the right things to do, that's most of the battle, right? But then the other half of that is enforcement. Every time that these motherfuckers did something that was counter to human survival, there should have been massive punishments for this thing. I'm talking jail time. I'm talking split this company up, sell all of the shit that you got in here, and you better not sell it to one of your friends. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Like, put that shit up for auction. You're done doing this.
Literally,
there isn't that.
Legal corruption in plain sight. Legal corruption is what it is.
And this actually goes back to Thatcher and Reagan again, because it was them who let the reins loose on global private companies like private equity. The guy was it the late 90s, early noughties, the oil and gas CEOs went to Bush and said, "Fucking regulate us so we can stop killing people." They literally did that, and they didn't. And the government went, "Nah, that's right."
Yeah.
Even now, Trump is bragging about how he wants the gas prices to go up because we're gonna make a lot of money. Who the fuck is we?
Me and my friends.
Yeah, him and his buddies are in Texas are gonna make a lot of drilling off the Gulf. They're the ones that are about to make a lot of money.
He's
The
so
American
cool.
people are
The
just
so-called,
getting raped.
the so-called friends he left in Air Force One that could have gotten blown up while he
Yo.
in the kiddery.
Don't even start.
Yo,
In the
friends
catering.
Yo, friends like that. Yo, you hopped in a catering truck and left me in the blow up Force One? Nah, brother. We're not cool no more.
I've heard little bits and bats about that. What actually happened?
Yo. They're in, what was it, Turkey, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're-
Oh yeah.
From
So they're
Turkey
in-
to the UK.
So they're
Yeah, go on.
in Turkey. And then, the little red bat phone goes off. Mr. President, do not get into the Qatari plane. You need to, there's a threat on your life. You need to get into the other plane. We have a separate plane. He says, great. That's fantastic. I don't want to get blown up. Mr. President, grab 4 other of your officials and don't tell the rest of them. Leave the press and the rest of your fucking cabinet in the decoy plane. And
all the
don't
blinds
tell
down.
them.
All the blinds must be kept down as well. Reporters have been told they're not allowed to pull the blinds up.
Trump walks in, everybody else walks in, he sneaks out the bottom. All these other people sneak out the bottom. They ride in a catering truck to I think the old Air Force One or like a C-class military plane, and then they fly separate. No one on board knew he wasn't on there.
Yeah, and then they got to and then what they did, they got to the UK, and when the plane got to the UK, this is the part that nobody knows yet, is they got him back on board and then he came off.
Yeah, they tried to do a switcheroo.
This sounds like something a former.
I really want to know how the Washington Post knew about this.
This sounds like a former boss of a cartel's kind of MO. What was his name? El Chapo. This sounds very El Chapo. Just saying, it's very, very El Chapo. I
think I covered it. I think I covered the story yesterday, like showed some of the video footage. But I know some people thought it was a tiny catering vehicle. It wasn't. It was quite a large one. I mean, when you've got to put, it has to be quite large because Donald Trump would eat a lot in that catering. Plus, you also have to understand, guys, he has a lot of weight on him. So if it was a small one, it probably would have broken down if he had sat in it.
I have a better question. If it's a tiny one, if it's one of those tiny, they say it was tiny. If it was tiny, does that mean
it wasn't tiny? There were pictures. There were pictures of it. It was a fairly decent sized one.
No, I know. But for the people who do say it's tiny, right? I'm like, what? So we've actually cracked Doctor Who's, spatial technology now. Fucking hell!
We
got fucking TARDIS now.
So
bollocks.
Is it? Am I right in thinking on this? Because like I say, I've not been abreast of a lot of things over this week as much as I'd like to be, but is it right that KKK Caroline Levitt was not impressed and has resigned?
She has decided to take care of her baby because this shit is whack.
Mikey, are we sure it's not because of the continuous person who keeps intimidating her? The woman on TikTok who keeps intimidating her. You sure that's not gotten to her?
Oh, that lady, that lady is fucking hilarious. Every fucking day, Carolyn Levitt goes on TV. That girl finds her fucking outfit. That is a level of fucking petty. I wasn't ready. I'm like, yo, she's matching it.
Yeah,
she's going online and finding the blouse.
Is that the one with the rather small crosses that she wears as well?
Yes, she gets her in all the
Sandra Vasquez or something.
All you internet trolls have nothing on this woman.
Oh, what's her name? What's her name? It's not Maggie Reed personality. Oh, what's
is it? Lysandra Vasquez.
She is she is the queen of trolls.
Yeah,
and it's not meant in a bad way either. Actually, like it's so well done.
The last time I saw a troll that good was Lil Nas X doing the remix to Old Town Road, and he got Billy Ray Cyrus on there. I'm like, oh, Mikey, perfect. They're gonna hate this.
Mikey, did you ever see Andy Serkis do his imitation of Theresa May in the Brexit deal? Because that was such a fucking class.
I love Andy.
Andy Serkis, he did this whole bit of Theresa May stood up he's kind of doing the cross between Gollum and Theresa May, right? And he's there going, the deal. Fucking check it out. It's class. It was one of the best things to come out of the Brexit bullshit.
My precious.
I think he might be my favorite actor. If I really get all the way down to it, he's top 4. I mean, I can't really think of much. He's done so much shit. His claw was so funny.
He's so funny.
No.
I need to watch that again.
Is Caroline? Is it actually? Is it actually because of what happened with the plane and knowing her life was in danger? Was that the main reason she's quitting?
Nah, I think she's just gonna bail out. You know, her husband's 62. That kid ain't gonna watch itself.
Damn.
Her husband, because she's younger than me, and her husband's 62. But that ain't none of my business.
Okay, the money, obviously the money.
No, what y'all need to do, you lazy ass millennials, is stop fucking, rolling around crying in the mud about how you're stuck under hundreds of thousands of hospital and college debt, and there's no job prospects, and your wages won't go up. Just do what I did, KK Caroline. Just sleep with somebody in their 60s.
Yeah. What attracted the 62-year-old billionaire to KK Caroline Levitt?
She's got the Fox News build. She's got the Fox News anchor loadout. So
28 years old, Caroline Levitt.
Yeah, she's 28.
10 years younger than me.
How would you get into that kind of medical debt? I don't understand how the American system works. Because again, in the NHS over here, the end of my toe got fucking sliced off by a lawnmower. Right? It was fucking free to get it treated.
Okay, so let me tell you how that works over here. So you're in the yard, the accident happens. You see blood. This is bad. You call 911. 911 says, 911, what's your emergency? And then you hit them with I cut my whole leg off. I'm dying. Send help right away. Okay, what is the address for your emergency? And they're going to send an ambulance right over to your exact GPS location. They're going to pick you up. They're going to bandage you up. They're going to get you to the hospital. Keep that in mind. That's part 1. Now you're going to get, they're going to come in and they're going to intake you. So you got to get all your information. So your medical insurance card, your ID, banking information, and what your preferred pharmacy is in case you have any medications. You got to fill all that stuff out, and then they're going to need to know your medical history, your family's medical history, allergies, and pre-existing conditions and comorbidities. And then while you're doing all that, and probably maybe an hour from then, somebody will come and see you. This is the fully paid for. This is the system you have to pay for. Now, if you're bleeding profusely and like you need ER stuff, oh, well, then you can skip all of that stuff for now. They'll take you right to a room. They're going to stitch you up. They're going to do what needs to go. But that ER trip is way different. So just that little incident we just talked about, let's say you needed 20 stitches or something like that, round of antibiotics, and they're going to send you out with like some painkillers and antibiotics for a script. That's easily 20 grand, brother. Wow. It's gonna, that ambulance ride is going to be $1,500. Your pills are going to be at least $200, and then like so then there's going to be a hospital that's going to charge you, and then the doctor themselves is going to charge you.
Yep.
Wow.
That's with insurance.
Over here, I went taken to Torbay Hospital. They asked me what my name was, and my information came up on the database.
Mm-hmm. Did they look at you funny when you said one angry pagan?
Well, no, but
came right up.
But still, like,
it's a crazy one.
My date of birth, my name and my date of birth, right? And then they were just able to bring everything up. Like, haven't you got some of the best computing systems in the world over there?
Correct.
So
yeah,
it doesn't.
And look, and that was a smoothed out, no interruptions, no arguments, no big deals, no none of that kind of stuff. Like, that's what it costs here. So that is why people here, people keep telling me, no, they'll never take Medicare for all. I'm like, you don't know what it's like out here. You don't know how many motherfuckers are walking around right now with a shoulder that's not set right, a knee that needs to be replaced, a hip that needs to be replaced, and they have to work.
It won't surprise me.
They're just working through the pain and chronic illnesses and all that shit. Yeah. Eventually, they're just going to be like, you know what? I don't care if it's motherfucking Clifford, the big motherfucking red dog. If I get some fucking health care, I'm down.
It's bad. Some of the most dangerous animals in the fucking world that can turn up in your back garden.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the
kind
of America? Bacon, we already knew this. This is the American system. It's not a fair system. No one's debating it's not a fair. It's not a fair system. Everyone knows that.
It's different when you actually get this in a direct conversation here, right? I'm getting a better understanding of the situation right here.
Yeah. All I will say is that thank God I don't live in America, because like in 2016, 2017, I slipped on a bit of black ice and it turned out to be a trip to about 4 days later to Leeds General Infirmary, where I had to have a disc removed out my back because I had suffered from something called Cowdy-Aquina syndrome. So I had to have a 3.5 hour operation. I had to be taken to the hospital and all that. And I'm thinking, and I'm taking medication, strong enough to stop and push over a rhinoceros. And that's most of it. And now I've got I've got stuff like high blood pressure and all that sorts of. Yeah, no, as laid back as I am, I do suffer from blood pressure and all that. And I'm thinking, thank God I don't live in America, because after my operation I had to leave my job of 30 years working for the council because I just couldn't do my job anymore. I think, thank God I don't live in America, because I think I would. I think I'd probably be bankrupt.
I got 2 bombs for you. A quick Google search: how many medical bankruptcies in the U.S. per year? Would anybody like to guess?
Is it in the 6 figures number?
Yeah.
How many medical?
I guess you'd have to guess, huh?
How many medical bankruptcies in the whole country? Yeah,
in the U.S. per year.
In U.S. per year.
Wow.
What we 350 odd million over there?
Yeah, roughly.
I'm gonna say at least in the ballpark, if not 500,000.
Fucking person impersonator said 6,000-7,000. I hate you. You did that on purpose. Stop 6-7-ing me. They always get 67. They just want me to say 6-7.
I would say between 6 and 10 million people.
I think I said 500,000, didn't I?
Yeah, estimates suggest that the inability to afford costs of medical care contributes to at least 530,000 personal bankruptcy filings annually. So 500,000 people every year lose the house, the car, everything.
Gone.
500,000 people every fuck. So year after year after year after year of this, and they're like, people will never vote for Medicare for all. It's like, I don't know how many years we have to go down this road before you realize 60% of the fucking country is in medical debt. Like,
that's
it is
communism.
It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. Eventually, everybody will get sick, will have an accident, will have coverage that doesn't cover everything that it needs. If me and my wife didn't have good insurance through her job, our delivery of our kid was $36,000.
What? Excuse me?
And that doesn't count. And that doesn't count each one of the checkups that she had to do.
Wow.
Because those are copays. You have to pay the copay for that. So that's $50 to $80.
What the fuck is a copay?
A copay is what you pay as a minimum amount for treatment of any kind.
What, like VAT? What, like a VAT?
It's like
on
the flat.
healthcare?
It's like the flat starter. Yeah, you're at least gonna pay the 80. Yeah.
What the land and
for an appointment, that's what they'll show. So when RFK and the rest of these fucking idiots and Trump and them, when they're like, oh, we'll just spread out these kids' immunizations because we think it'll be safer for them. What you're doing is you're actually tripling the amount that it's going to cost to get my kid inoculated, because I'm going to have to get three, you know what I'm saying? That's 3 appointments instead of 1 appointment. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are morons. They don't understand life. They don't understand the world.
This is what Farage, on camera, I will add, has said.
This is what he wants to do. Yeah.
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 On camera, he said this. What?
Yep.
And this is the richest, greatest, strongest country on the planet. But whether it's cutting the wages of workers so that you are you don't ask for as much because you get your health care paid for. It's like our well-being and our livelihood is used as a bargaining chip in your negotiations for your contract, for your job, for your career. Like, that is a big decider of whether or not you have health care or not through your job. Like, if it's your dream job and there's no health care and it's like kind of a job that annoys the shit out of you, but it's really good benefits, people are they're not chasing dreams. They are going for the boring thing to be safe so that you're not trapped in the 530,000 per year medical bankruptcies.
Yeah.
It's not like it's heaven on earth, it's not like it's heaven here in England, but still, like, what the actual, at the very least, I have no medical debt in the slightest. Like, having gone to school, my parents aren't in fucking debt.
Yeah, that's because we have a healthcare system that we all pay taxes into a healthcare system that does everything for us.
Yeah.
That we have a system.
But so do we, because all these fucking healthcare insurers get the fucking the Medicare subsidies. So they are getting government money. They're getting government money to keep the costs down because they would be charging us more. So not only are we getting screwed with the worst service, but in the highest prices, we're funding the back end for the people raising the prices.
Yeah.
I dread to think what my operation would have cost then. Jesus Christ.
I think Mike Dix, I was talking to Mike Dix that one time, and he was like, well, what would happen to me if I got cancer and I didn't have insurance? I was like, you wouldn't get treatment.
I would have died in 2009.
You wouldn't get treated.
if I caught swine flu when I nearly died from swine flu in 2009, right? If I was in America, I would have died. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or it's like either you go in, get treated, and agree to pay all this shit back, or
you're in debt for the rest of your life. Yeah, they say, yeah, we can save you. We can put you on a plan. And how we can pay that back. That's literally what they do.
And here was the second bomb. Does medical debt get wiped after 7 years? Medical debt does not magically disappear or get legally wiped out after 7 years. However, under federal law, unpaid medical collection amounts of $500 or more can only stay on your credit report for 7 years from the original delinquency date falling off. So yeah, you can't even like bankrupt yourself because it's still there. You know what I mean? It's not like a credit card or something like that. It's still there.
Again, I knew it was bad. I did. Obviously, I've heard of many times over the years how bad, but I don't know how to put it. Talking to someone who lives there, who actually has the experience of this, so I can get a more tactile understanding of this. I don't understand. What the fuck? See, again, I'd love to go to America because your the paleontology and zoology side of science in America is world class. Yeah. Right? I would love to go.
One angry pagan, I would love to take you to the fucking science center, dude, in St. Louis. Oh my god, we would have a blast. They have velociraptors. They're like this big. They're so cool.
I worry.
Whole intact skeletons.
I do want to
worry about the visiting. Yeah, that's the issue.
I know you wanted to talk about it, but I do want to touch on what's been happening with the primaries, Mikey. So how has it been for the Democrats? It's in particular for the Democrat. Is it what's the group called? DSA. Thank you. Obviously, we consider them the good guys, do we? The DSA, as good as we can possibly get in America for their politics, shall we say?
So now we get to my favorite part of American politics, right? Now we get to the negotiating table.
Thanks, David.
Yes. The Democrats and the Republicans are both in the 30s as far as polls go, as far as popularity. Both parties are hated. The president's hated. Congress as a whole hated. Everything as part of the status quo is polling like shit. And wouldn't you know, that is just the opportunity the roses needed to grow from the ashes. Because when you have like everything we've been talking about this entire time, and whether it's happening over there or over here, those things affect the material conditions of the voters. What are you doing to address it? Oh, nothing? Next. Here are our problems. What are you doing to address it? Oh, nothing? Next. No one has to play the pageantry and the red versus blue and all that shit, because suddenly from the ashes rises a pragmatic, progressive, be they called the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America, or not, people don't care. People want progressivism. People want their shit fixed. We have been paying into things for so long in the hopes and promise that the next big project is going to get started at some point, and it was supposed to be Build Back Better with Biden. We were supposed to be getting bridges, tunnels, all kinds of aqueducts, infrastructure. That's what the whole thing. We're going to spend trillions of dollars on infrastructure, and everyone's like, yeah, and we're going to use Detroit steel, yeah, and such from Texas, yeah. Snuff that shit. Just didn't do it. Cori Bush went out on a limb and said, I'm not voting for this spending package unless you keep Build Back Better in there. They primaried her with AIPAC money. Got in Wesley Bell. You know, like this is the DN. Like that's why certain people got all bent out of shape when I said I'm not a Democrat. This is why I'm not a Democrat. The DNC, the Democratic Party, and it's
broke
entity.
It's party apparatus, like its team, the little clique that they have over there, are cutthroat, are heartless, are bastards, are insider traders, are drug users, are women abusers. They're all the same things that the Republicans are. And we've all on our network, we've always called them out. Always called them out.
Just out of interest, Mikey, is the "we will win, we will win" still in charge?
Fuck Chuck Schumer. Fuck that guy.
The guy literally said, I will do what it takes to fund Israel. And it's like, brother, they're telling you they're hungry. And you're saying, I promise to give billions of dollars to someone else.
Yeah.
That's why El Sayed won.
Is AOC finally being a bit more fucking solid on this, by the way? Because I know a couple of years ago she was being a bit wishy-washy. Like she was being bullied by the establishment Dems. She taking a firm stand on that now.
I think the hammer that they wield has lost a lot of its heft because they're not popular anymore. The best thing to do for your campaign is to get on with a Twitch streamer or to get a viral TikTok video or something like that.
Podcast.
Yeah. The donors getting you on MSNBC to talk to the grandmas and grandpas, that only gets you so far. And the only reason that most young people even hear about those shows is because other young people like me and Reagan Elite and even Hassan Piker are bringing those clips of the old people shows that go on in the middle of the day while they're at work or sleeping. Young people are not watching that shit. The only reason Joe and Mika have a fucking ironic fan base is because we constantly bring them clips of paper shuffling with Joe and Mika, which is all they fucking do.
Dude, why does Joe call himself, even pretend to try and be a Democrat? He's not a Democrat.
He is a former Republican, I think, House member. And I think he used to work for a lot of Republicans. And then his wife is from a blue family. He's kind of he calls himself like a moderate now, like a centrist moderate now. He still has some of his right leanings. He's just very anti-Trump. So that's kind of why because even if I was still a Republican, I would never that's his whole, I was a real Republican kind of shit.
The Democratic Party are in real financial trouble. I've been hearing.
They can't find a consultant anywhere in North America that they can't shove $1 billion into their fucking pocket. They are completely captured by this, I would say, anti-democratic, anti-American consultant wing that has them completely by the throat. They will. Kamala and Walz, or Kamala and Tim are running all around town, and fucking Tim Walz is like, yeah, I'd love to have a debate with JD Vance as soon as he can get off the couch. And everybody goes crazy. It's funny. He's making fun of the meme. And those fucking Republican guys trying to fucking get into all these girls' bathrooms and shit. It's weird. I think that shit's weird. It was working. The message is resonating. The people are like, okay, we might be back. Okay, we were a little worried at first, but we might be all right. Consultants came in, shut all that shit down. They went complete corporate. They started buddying up with the Republicans, like fucking Liz Cheney, the fucking daughter of the biggest war hawk of the last 50 fucking years, aside from Lindsey Graham. What are we doing? People can see through the bullshit now.
Yeah.
So the DNC is cooked. If you are DNC aligned and you haven't been doing shit on the ground, like fucking opening up hospitals or schools or bridges, if you haven't been putting in any groundwork, you're fucking out of there. Tim's person, or a guy from, I don't think it's Tim's actual rep, but someone in Tim State right next to him, Larson, we covered him on our show, Unboxed Politics. He got very high ratings. He came back from a medical thing, and I think it was the tariffs had just come in or something like that. And he was, shame on all of you. Shame on you doing this to our children. He's fired up. Everybody loves his message. The guy running against him is who primaried him, progressive, 45-ish, great ideas, moving closer to abolishing ICE and moving that's where things have to go. So the DNC is going to have to completely metamorphize. I hope they don't try to fight as nasty as they did with all of the other candidates, as they did with Abdul Sayed and Zohar.
That campaign was brutal. The amount of money they put into the opponent. How much money did they put into
it? It was over $60 million in outside funding.
$60 million. And the polls were saying that Abdul had it in the bag as well. The polls saying he had it in the bag. That's not what it was. It was very, very tight.
It was super close.
Like people, I can imagine people staying up to watch it, and they would be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
I couldn't go to sleep. I had to watch. I usually try to get to bed around like one or two during the week. It never happens, but I was locked in until fucking it was over. I had the Kornacki cam in my pocket the whole time. Too close.
But that who was the there was one progressive candidate that lost out. Oh, was it yesterday? I think it was.
Francesca Hong. She lost in Wisconsin for the gubernatorial race.
That was a really tight one as well. Like, what's your feeling about some of these progressive candidates? I mean, the messaging is pretty, like, some are okay, some not so sure.
But this is and I implore everyone, please stop adopting right wing framing on every topic and issue. They just keep going, like they're going straight into people's old tweets and Reddit posts and all this. She's like, look, they said fuck Kamala Harris. See, look, don't they have to just? It's like, bro, you have to let that shit fall off your back. Like going through people's like old internet comments. Like this is fucking like, I don't know, 2014 and you're trying to like cancel people and shit like that. Like it's one thing. We know the Republicans are going to do that. We already know they're going to do it. But it's coming from the fucking DNC as well. They're also digging through everybody's old. It's like we're running against the people who are supporting Trump. Why would you bring up their old shit when Trump is right there? It's like you don't want to win. And that's the case. They would rather the Republicans be in charge than lose to progressives because they have a vested interest in keeping that money going to the Middle East. They have a vested interest in crypto and data centers and all that. They have the same investments as the Republicans. They have the same fucking donors, which is why these progressives, and I love to see it. Christy Berg, shout out to Christy down there in Tennessee won. She won by raising like $120,000.
Wow.
Which is not a lot, but she is an atheist TikToker and YouTuber who decided to run, and she won her fucking primary. She did it by herself with no fucking PAC money. These people can win elections. And once you have a sizable, maybe 15, 20, maybe 30% of the representatives up in Congress who have never taken a PAC dollar, and now the PACs want to start influencing policy, they no longer have the majorities that they need to get what they need. Yeah. That's how this shit works. We are doing the first steps. It feels like it's taking forever because it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, this motherfucker's going to try to cheat. But this is why he's trying to cheat, because we are literally at the gate to opening this bitch up in a way that is profitable for everyone, that is safe for everyone, which is healthy for everyone. And not on some weirdo hippie shit, but just on some basic pragmatic, we have all of the tools to get done what we need done, but there are oligarchs stealing all of our shit and diverting our fucking rivers and polluting our fucking rivers and just jacking up prices on shit, which is not fair to us. Not when we're the ones that built this shit. You know?
Do you have a similar thing to what problem to what the left does over here? Because over here, well, I say the left because if you think that when you actually take left and right is economic views, whereas you got the social side is progressive and conservative, yeah. So like,
okay, yeah.
Over here we have this issue, especially towards the north and northeast, where you have more left-wing economically, but socially conservative folk.
Okay.
Where this is where Labour end up tying themselves in knots. So I don't know if you guys have that same issue over here, because it's not always left is progressive and right is conservative. It's not always the case. So I
would just say to that, obviously, you know, it's very, very different, obviously, because obviously you only have two parties in America, and also like it's so much geography wise, like Texas and California are like two completely different worlds, countries, literally. With that, when you've tried to make that comparison, because it's more obviously Texas is obviously more people, or would it be fair to say more people on the right in Texas than in the left, of course, but
for now,
by right and left
for now.
But by right and left, do you mean progressive conservative, or do you mean economically? Right and left.
Most of the
time, right and left. The
Yeah.
term right and left means specifically economics. This is why I get annoyed with people.
Right. Okay. So I might been lazy with my wording, you know, and just went for whatever I was going for. Most of the time when I'm talking about, but that's the thing. This administration doesn't fit into any of that because he's clearly a socialist. He's taking he's taking parts of companies and keeping them for himself. You know what I mean? He's he's picking winners and losers in the stock market. So, and he's also a nationalist. So I mean, people can make of that what they will. They don't fit into any of this. So it's like either MAGA or like the Republicans who were conservatives, but this Republican Party, this MAGA Trumpism party doesn't fit into any of that. They're just subservient. These guys, think about this. The Republicans have had a super majority for 18, 20, 24 months. They haven't passed shit.
Not what?
They haven't done it. They did like the big beautiful bill. That's going up fucking great. But like, you know what I mean? Like there's no
executive orders after executive orders coming from Trump. That's it.
But even think about that. If you have the majority in the House of Representatives and the Senate, all you have to do is like, hey guys, can you guys write a law that says this? Thanks. He can't get any approval to do anything. He's subverting his own majority to give orders to the executive branch that Congress he wants to do. Like, they don't know how to govern. And this is the dangerous part, but this is also an opportunity for us to change things in a better. Now we see where the holes in the fence are. Like they're trying to do that fucking reflecting pool. Like if that is not a perfect example of why you need checks and balances.
Yeah. I mean, the
check and balance, and it doesn't happen. And none of this happens.
Like directing a war on Signal, for example, an attack on Signal, like app. Like you just think,
and Hegseth kept his job.
And you wonder just how much intelligence the Israelis have now in the US.
Their hooks are deep, baby.
Yeah,
the hooks are deep.
I have a very apt Terry Pratchett quote for what we're talking about here. This is said by a veterinarian in the book Going Postal. No practical definition of freedom would be complete without the freedom to take the consequences. Indeed, it is the freedom upon which all the others are based.
Too much information, Ellie.
Ellerfly, no.
L-E-Y.
Back to my boy Abdul Sayed.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they called him sorry, but fuck you, Haley Stevens. You fucking on the debate stage said, and then after that, after we had that horrible mind you, I'm not gonna do her voice when I say this part. A horrible attack on that synagogue, right? And then to say, and then right after that, he brings Hassan Piker to our state, and it's like to imply that they had anything to fucking do with that, you nasty bitch.
Haiti,
And then she didn't want to fucking apologize for it when they gave her the opportunity when she did the interview after. She's like, look, I said what I said, and we had a very bruising debate. You need to apologize for that shit. Call them a womanizer, call them all that. And that's the one thing the DNC will never fucking do. They'll never admit that they're wrong, and they'll never apologize for a rough primary.
Did you know
if Abdul would have lost? Oh, go ahead.
In that debate, El Sayed, despite all the attacks coming from her, El Sayed would still refer to her as a friend, right? I like that he did that.
Yeah, because he's showing the American people that he's like, look, I'm still a human being. I have, you know.
I was a fucking doctor. He's like, I'm a doctor. Yeah. I was a doctor. Like, wait.
he's not going to show that. He's not going to show the same kind of language and rhetoric towards her because it wouldn't benefit him in any way.
Perfect. He played that debate perfectly.
And we got to thank the OG Zoran because they did him just as fucking dirty.
Yeah.
The motherfucker is a New York state assemblyman. He's in the state government. They're like, he's a terrorist. And it's like, that's just pure fucking racism. He already worked for you at the state level and you didn't even know it. And look at what you call him. You know, and then they tried to attribute him with Hassan and were thickening his beard and doing all the. And then they ran Cuomo against him, the DNC did. And everybody in the DNC backed Cuomo. And then Cuomo went independent after he lost the primary.
That's because they told him to run. They say, no, you go back out there, you're going to run.
When Trump and Schumer are on the same side, that lets you know that the party structures are all jacked up. It is literally like the he literally
Trump made it clear he wanted Cuomo. He made it very clear he wanted Cuomo. Yeah. Trump. Like, how does that not give you like?
I love. So Mamdani as mayor of New York. What I love is that you've got a Muslim mayor of Londinium over here. You've got a Muslim mayor of New York in America. The Nazis are popping off. It's fucking hilarious.
They can't believe it. We lost both of the capitals. It can't happen.
And his polling's going up, isn't it? Mamdani's polling is continuing to go up, which is, you know, something that is rare these days for a politician because he's getting shit done.
He literally has a hashtag, Mamdani Fix It. They tag him on TikTok. They're literally going around in trucks filled with asphalt, just hitting potholes,
I've seen the video. I've seen the video.
And people can't believe this shit. They're like, "What?
Really?
You listen to me? That's how fucking bizarre. Like that. It's like
they don't understand that people don't understand this is how politics is supposed to work.
How abused and battered are we that general civil services feel like the greatest gift? Like we are so trapped in the deepest well of Stockholm syndrome to this crazy war, bloodthirsty, gambling AI death trap. Like, y'all gotta wake up and smell the roses. We could just have a normal, boring government again. That's kind of the preferred model. We just get a bunch of fucking nerds up there, and then they figure out the shit, and then they don't do anything crazy.
Just out of interest. I'm just about to say, just out of interest, I have a pothole outside my house, so if I send a message to Mamdani, will he get it sorted for me then?
You know they might say something about it, though. They might be like, you see him over there with that same scarf on. It's like, I'll be there in 6 months.
Take a picture, put it on Twitter, and put his hashtag. You never know.
You'll see him he'll be wearing your favorite footballer's pitch, and he'll just be doing his little.
At Valley Parade.
Oh dear.
Despite all this shit, I do have some hope because one of the things that forces evolution is diversification. Things always change because of it. And I'm not just talking about nature. Like, what our societies mirror nature more than we accept because of human.
Absolutely.
Like, we think we're above all the nature. No. Everything to do with living things evolves. It diversifies. It adapts. Now, is suffering a natural part of life? Yes, actually it is. Suffering is a natural part of life, but is constant suffering a natural part of life? Not really.
No.
So what we've got here is, at the moment, we're at a phase where we have had, to be fair, relatively speaking, about 80 years of peace, right? Compared to the last 400, 500 years, right?
Peace for some, yeah.
Now,
Depends where you are in the world.
Right.
Now, but even then, the overall violence globally did go down. It started coming back up again, and it will go down again. Now, the issue that presses on around all of this, that underlines every single problem we have today, is climate change and sea level rise. No matter what policy you claim to think of, and you claim to advocate for, I bet you climate change underlines all of it. Because that is the biggest thing we face. And Mamdani,
Good luck telling Donald Trump that.
Yeah, we don't need Donald Trump.
That's what I'm saying.
Before, we don't need Donald Trump to listen, because the trend is already against him. The global trend is already against him. China are the leaders in the world when it comes to green technology. Yes, they're still using coal and oil and whatnot, but they are setting up the infrastructure so that they can completely cut it off when it's time to do that.
Or the next time the strait closes off, they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
I will just say,
you're gonna bomb the strait just to cut off our oil supply, America? Go for it. It rained last week. We're good for another seven weeks. Good job.
Exactly.
We don't care.
Whilst we do need all this stuff, we need to just remember where we're placing this stuff. Don't put electrical infrastructure, like loads of electrical infrastructure, near the coast on a floodplain when sea level rise is happening, and we can't stop it.
Oh, I cannot wait yet to see the data of how much of the polar ice caps have melted this summer. Oh God,
that's going to be an awful read when it comes out.
Well, I don't know if you heard this, Pagan, actually, because did you want to know what the temperature, maximum temperature? Do you want to know what the temperature hit in Iceland during this summer? Would you like to know? Do you want to have a guess what the temperature gauge was?
I mean, in Siberia.
Iceland. Okay, remember this is Iceland.
Siberia, which can get colder. It is being seen to get up to nearly 34 degrees. So,
the maximum temperature they've hit this summer was 28.1 degrees.
Even that's fucking insane. That's the average what we get down here. That's insane. Here in Devon, we have the same temperatures as Iceland. That's just fun.
You said Iceland, right?
Yeah,
Iceland, yeah. That's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. 82 Fahrenheit, sorry.
I mean, was that inside the volcano that they have 1 billion of that has lava? Yo, they'll act like they're fucking like, oh, we're worried about the ice. And the fucking Krakatoa that's fucking sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? Lava flows going down.
To be fair, Iceland's got quite a few volcanoes.
Yeah. I like the black sand beaches. Oh, it's the prettiest thing I've ever. And then the ice over it. Oh,
one everyone knows, the one that everyone's heard of is Eyjafjallajökull. Yes, I learned how to fucking say it.
I visited Iceland several years ago, and even during then,
look at him.
It was 20 degrees the one day we were there in July, and there was literally no. And they say normally when you see the mountains and whatnot, they're always covered in snow in Iceland. There was no snow several years ago when I went. There was no snow on them at all. And I remember being on the tour guide, they actually said this never happens. And that was just several years ago. What do you think it's like now there?
Greenland. Greenland's got like a fucking like right through it, right? It's got that big fucking trench thing, and it's filled with pack ice and shit for eons. Okay, hear me out. It's ice, but all the way in the bottom, it may not be ice.
No,
it might be liquid.
Yeah,
it might be alive in there. It might be Pandora. I'm just saying. I think the zombie apocalypse is in that bottom of that glacier in Iceland. And
it's not just Greenland.
We're gonna die.
It's Antarctica.
Oh, Greenland.
Well. Yeah. Antarctica is the same as the, you know. There is
they got those
kilometers under the ice. They're finding water.
I'm hoping. If you know what I actually generally believe, I hope that it's like the film Rain of Fire, where the dragon is down at the bottom of the absolute bottom, and they actually uncover a dragon, and it ends up and this female dragon spawns a whole bunch of male dragons, and we all get cooked by the dragons instead.
I was like, can we?
I'm
I'm just saying, there's all this extra melt exposes us to stuff that was frozen away a long time ago, and we may or may not have immunities to.
But there is the mirror side to that, Mikey, in that they may not have the ability to actually infect us.
Oh, we
don't forget a lot of the microbes that we get infected by adapted to infect mammals. Yeah, there are a lot of reptilian diseases that we don't get because they can't adapt to us. It's like with the that cordyceps fungus they use in it's like the
mushroom
zombie movies. Yeah, that's bullshit because the cordyceps fungus is adapted specifically to go after invertebrates. So there is I will say there is a legitimate fear of dangerous pathogens coming out of the ice. However, you do have to take into account, you do have to take in, and the girl with all the gifts, great film. But the core of this is that yes, whilst there may be dangerous pathogens coming out, they may not be able to infect us because they weren't adapted to go after us or people or things that are closely related to us. Like
I think it's nature finds a way.
There is you can't get out. You still can't get out the fact that you cannot evolve out of a clade, right? Which means that because that's why when it comes to illnesses bats get, we get them easier because we are more closely related to them. That's why dogs and cats find it a lot. They don't actually get infected by the stuff that say rats and primates and bats get because of that. You can't evolve out of a clade. Yeah, it's the same reason why birds are dinosaurs and therefore reptiles.
But viruses, though,
that if they adapt to us, if they've adapted to a specific type of animal, again, it's like it depends.
Well, but it's been waiting on the animal.
It depends.
Man, it ain't been no animals down here for a long. I'll take any clade. That's why it's a zombie virus. That's when the aliens come.
Do you know how long the ice caps have been around?
I would say. Well, it have to be
before I was born.
before the last ice age.
Way before.
Yeah, probably a few ice ages.
Try 34 million years ago. Million.
I can believe
That's
that.
long before our ancestors showed up in Africa. You've got at least a 28, 30 million year gap of ice buildup, right? Before you even get to our relatives, to our ancient relatives. That's what I'm saying. Like, there will be, I'm not saying there won't be any dangerous pathogens to come out of the ice pack. I'm not saying that. However, there also will be stuff that we will see that could have been dangerous if it was actually able to infect us. Like there's an amoeba that is huge. It can't affect us. Like
we'll be talking all day for Mikey and all night for us here in the UK about this kind of stuff. But it is 10 o'clock at night here, and Darren's only just managed to get back on.
It's only 4 o'clock. It's only 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I know it's only 4 o'clock for you. Yeah, but it's 10 o'clock for us. So I'm gonna have to end it there for us here. Mikey, first and foremost, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone from the Big Podcast Network crew. And yes, Jenny, we can see your. Just for your sake, yes, we can. I can see your comments here because I can see it here. But obviously, because there's different chats, not everyone can see it. But yes, we can see your comments. I promise.
There's
we can.
4 chats going right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of chats taking place. So not everyone in every single chat box can see it. Just want to make that aware as well. Just a quick reminder. Yes, good to see you there as well, Witchy Mikey, are you going live again today or tomorrow, just for people as well?
Oh yeah, it's Thursday night, so at 7, so 3 hours from now, or 4 hours from now. Unboxed Politics. So I have a great Greta Thunberg video, which I will be putting on there. If you guys haven't seen it, you can. I'll give you a hint. Just look up her last interview. It's a kind of a joke thing, but it's.
I think I know it is. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, yes. I saw that. He actually thought he was real as well.
I was like, "What is happening?" Okay.
He actually thought it was real. So I'm not going to say anything. I promise I won't say anything.
that'll be a real delight. But what we do on that
2
show
a.m. So if you're doing an all-nighter for those here in the UK and Europe, it's 2 a.m. guys. So if you want to fancy,
it'll be during the. You can watch us during the cool hours of the late nights at 2 a.m.
True.
Check out Unboxed Politics. Maybe I should make a short doing that.
You should do a radio channel
with a
voice for radio.
Yes.
No, I have sidekick voice. I know what I sound like. It sounds like shit. I hate it.
For us here, that's a fucking radio. That's a class radio voice.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Darren, are you?
Hold on, last thing. Yes, do check out the show. What we do is we watch political videos about 5 minutes long, and then we give them a rating, like a grade, and then we have a leaderboard, and then at the end of the year, we have the playoffs. So stop by and see who gets rated this week.
It gets really hilarious.
Yes.
Yes, because we pause and make fun of people.
No wrong with that.
Yes. So good indeed. Darren, are you going live tomorrow? I think you are, my friend. Do you want to remind everyone what your show is about?
Yes, it's just basically it's just a bit of gallows humour. We don't basically take anything too seriously. I'll leave all that stuff for the professionals and the intelligent ones. I just basically do 2 hours of fun and frolics, and we have a good giggle, and we'll be having a good giggle at the certain eclipse, because I will have rare Friday frolics in video of the eclipse with a difference. We'll leave it there.
Guys, yes, because it's absolutely true that the Earth lost its gravity for 7 seconds, isn't it, Darren?
Yes.
And you have video evidence to back it up as well, which you can find out on Friday Frolics. So if you guys want to know about that, wonder why you ended up. Yeah, so when you lost your gravity for 7 seconds, guys, and you don't know why, Darren will provide all the answers tomorrow on Friday Frolics. So make sure you check that out.
Actually, the amount of gravitational difference is 10 to the minus 13th. You would not have felt that with your body. Excuse me.
Yes.
The conspiracy was so big, guys, that NASA had to deny it.
Yes.
I'm not fucking joking. That is absolutely true.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so embarrassed, man. It's so embarrassing.
That's it. But yeah. And Pagan, have you got any? Pagan, do you have any live streams coming up, or you're still working on?
I think the next one is when we go live next month for EcoFlakes. At the moment, I've been trying to take a break, apart from the 2 videos I did this week, because I had to. I had to speak up on that matter. But I've been trying to take a break from doing videos. It's just been too hot for me. At least this has been fairly late, so the temperatures aren't so bad. I've got a small fan in the background. But during the day, when I usually try to do my videos, because you get gorgeous, like the Yggdrasil kind of shines up really nice with the sun here, because it faces directly east. So I love to do the videos when the sun's shining, because it really highlights the Yggdrasil. But it's just been too hot for that.
Just for those who on the Bing podcast, for those on the Bing Podcast Network don't know that once a month, myself and One Angry Pagan do a show called the Eco Flake Show, where we specifically look at news relating to the climate, environment, green energy, wildlife, all that kind of
Badges.
specific news is what we're looking to. Badges as well. So we literally specifically, that is what that series is about. We specifically look at that kind of stuff.
I looked. I don't have badgers here. I have to go to Michigan to get them.
Yeah, you have weird badges though. Like you have weird badges. Like your badges.
Yeah.
Your badges.
Yeah, they're different.
Your badges look like stunted Wolverines. Our badges are they. You don't want to fuck with them, but they still.
They're not. They're not stunted. They just.
Yours look like thugs. Yours look like thugs. Ours look like gentlemen.
Yours looks like a Land Rover. Ours looks like a Ute.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little fucked up in the back, okay? Just a little fucked up.
And for myself, guys, just to remind people, I'll be live tomorrow for another Good Morning show at 11 a.m. So if you are awake in the morning in the UK, you can check me out. Also, our good friend who was in the chat, I don't know if he's still there or not, but our good friend Dave McGuinness from the Two Davies shows will be live at 10:30 as well. Do check him out as well. And of course, Witchy Goth, I know she was live earlier today on her channel. I don't know if she's going to be live tomorrow, but do check out her as well, guys. But yes, your fellow pagan indeed. But yes, Mikey, will definitely have you back on, and hopefully I will come back on your show sometime soon as well.
For the record, me and Tim are a little disorganized. Just say, give me the link, and I'll give you the link. And you guys come on whenever you want.
Yeah,
it's a
I
very
know.
open thing. And then you guys are always like, oh, well, I don't want to intrude upon your royal. I was like, dude, just get your ass.
No, it's just whenever you, it's always the worst possible time when you say, oh, come on. And it's like, I'm literally preparing another show. I was like, fuck, I can't.
Or if something just pisses you off and you want to jump in and say one thing, we don't care. Just come on.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're all mates here. We're all mates.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back on. Don't worry.
And if all else that fails, you've got the right winger here. I'll always jump on if you need me to.
Yeah, I know.
You can find me at you can find my Discord at One Angry Pagan. So
yeah, links to everyone's channels are in the description. By the way, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Also, consider subscribing to my second channel, Regan Link Shorts, if you want short videos. They've actually done. You can now actually do thumbnails for short videos. They've just changed that recently, as well. So now I've got more work to do when it comes to short videos. So as well, Mikey's about to get mad at me because the last time I had him on, he said you better have an outro video. Well, guess what? I haven't got an outro video. So, yeah, he's just gonna give you that.
Even I can manage that.
No, I know you can manage that. You say you're totally disorganized. Well, there you go. I'm just as disorganized.
Darren's like, I had a whole ass spinal surgery, but I got my outro video. Man,
guys, honestly, thank you everyone for coming along tonight. Thank you guys for all your comments. Thank you to those who gave super chats as well, not just to me, but obviously for the BIM podcast. Really does help support them as well. We really appreciate it, guys. Honestly, enjoy the rest of your days or your evenings or whatever you guys are doing. If you are being in the fucking scorching heat wave like we are, please take care of yourselves indeed. And before Pagan rides into battle, I'm gonna say thank you all, good night, and take care, and God bless, all the usual stuff. And fuck Trump, fuck Farage, and all the other bad people out there.
Can I say it? Can I say my thing?
Go on, say your thing.
And don't forget to drink your me. And then you gotta hit the button.